Hello, my name is Sabgat Riaz alongside with my colleague Rida Shakil. We are here to do the presentation of one of our module, business strategy. The presentation topic is the ASYLUM. The contents of the presentation are as follow: introduction, internal analysis which will include SWOT analysis, then value chain analysis, and then for external analysis we will do SWOT analysis again, then we will do Porter 5 force, and then we will do current, and for the current strategic issues we will do BCG matrix, SAF, and then we will do recommendations, and last but not the least ENSO matrix. Rida will present you the introduction.
ASYLUM is a privately held company. It was established in 1997. The co-founders of the company are David Remavi, Sherry Strain, and David Michael Latt. The company produces low-budget films. They produce B-rated movies. And they also follow the mockbuster model for business. Latt directs the films. They produce and distribute low-budget films, especially for the home video market such as Netflix. Their main focus is on customer demand who require unique and different movies. They prefer easy-to-follow storylines. Remavi works in the production of the films. Mockbuster model was introduced by Latt as a business plan. Mockbuster model is a unique form of B-rated movies. They use a plot similar to the most major Hollywood firms such as Warner Brothers, Paramount, and Fox Studios. The company produces 25 to 30 movies per year. Now I would like to invite Sabgat for the internal and external analysis of the ASYLUM.
Thank you, Rida. In internal analysis, we will make use of SWOT analysis, highlighting the company's internal strengths and weaknesses. Then we will use value chain analysis. It will provide us a better image of the operations and lagging areas of the company. In the company, first we will discuss the strengths of the company. The strengths are as follow. Due to movie budgets under 1 million due to movie budgets which made by ASYLUM has a budget of under 1 million, they have never made a loss since 2009. The ASYLUM has an output on both big screens and television. Has some famous titles like Z Nation and Sharakando, which are very much famous in the public. Typically breaks even in 3 months after releasing a title. And now let's talk about the weaknesses of the ASYLUM. Weaknesses are as follows. Most titles are usually viewed as knockoffs of the original. Like there's a perception in the market they have copied from the big studios like Fox, and by which they are facing some lawsuits which are really bad for their market image. Bad reputation in the industry due to lawsuits claiming to violate copyright law. As I told you that Fox has already made a lawsuits against them which are very bad for their market, and they have a very weak marketing. Moving further, value chain analysis will also do the internal analysis of the ASYLUM. Value chain analysis, as you all know, is inclusive in firm infrastructure, human resource management, and technology. In the case of it is a process where firm identifies its primary and support activities that add values to its final product, services, and then analysis the activities. ASYLUM can apply its process where firms identify its primary and support activities that add value to its final products and services. ASYLUM can apply value chain analysis to identify and classify its activities which help them to decrease cost and increase differentiation. Value chain analysis can also focus on ASYLUM can also focus on marketing activities, which is a primary activity to increase differentiation. ASYLUM can also improve its technology development, which is a secondary activity which will reduce its cost. And moving further to the external analysis, in which we will use Porter 5-4 model and also the SWOT analysis of opportunities and threats, underlying the company's external opportunities and threats. Porter 5-4, as I told you already, the focus what factors contribute towards the change, what impacts they have, and how dynamic these changes are. In the SWOT, it is strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities and threats. We will examine the opportunities as they are external analysis of the company in collaboration with the opportunities for the Xylem is in collaboration with the Netflix regarding its show Z Nation, where they have very much opportunity in the market to gain more public, as Netflix have millions of viewers, can co-brand for increasing revenues, move to production high budget films, and move to A market movies like right now they are B-rated movies. They produce B-rated movies. Produce more original contents and can explore other movie genres and the niche segments of the market. Moving further, let's talk about the threats of the Xylem, which they are facing. Strong competition, as I told you, they are facing some strong competition, as the competitors are very much big in market and very much famous, like Fox and Warner Bros. Are his main competitors. Sometimes film release causing viewers to switch to over competitors. Difficult to undertake new innovative technology due to high price. Change to industry's policies makes flexibility a challenge. Moving further for external analysis, we will now discuss the Porter 5-4, which includes potential entrants, industrial rivalry, suppliers, buyers, and substitutes. First, talk about the industrial rivalry. As I told you already, Xylem is facing very much rivalry in his market. The rivalry among market players is high. The companies are collaborating with digital communities, giants, and gain a competitive advantage, making new barriers to entry. Mainly marketed players still are trying to gain market share through new titles popular among viewers. Potential entrants in the market are also Xylem's threats. It refers to the threats of the new entrants in the market. Low threat of potential entrants, as this is a big budget market. Existing market participants are well established and well renowned. Industrial associated with huge capital costs, sunk costs, and others operating costs, adding to the barriers to entry. Moving on to the suppliers, here we will talk about the bargaining power of the suppliers. The supplier's powers will depend on its nature and what it supplies. Overall, the supplier powers is low to increase number of suppliers, as their actors are their main suppliers, and they have a huge market, so there are more potential of the actors, so their market is very low. Suppliers are very low, and companies can reduce cost through multi-movie contracts, which Xylem is already doing. Threats of buyers. Here we will talk about the bargaining power of buyers, viewers. In this case, the bargaining power of viewers is high because of the competition. Viewers have more contents to watch, and Xylem is a B-rated movies and a very small company. The bargaining power of the viewers is high because they are likely to choose low-cost alternatives. This is due to availability of substitutes, like big companies like Marvels and other Fox Studios and Warner Bros. Expansion of the entertainment into new dimension online has added to the viewers' power, and so has the globalization of the industry. Let's talk about the substitutes. The substitutes present in the market are considered in the chief threat of the industry. The threat of the substitute is high and increase buyer power. Alternatives such as online media have gained so much power that the Asylum is facing loss in the company because of the online contents that are available on the internet. These can be online music stores like Apple Music or streaming service like Netflix and Hulu that can access anywhere with an internal connection. The industry contends with the unique experience like 3D and IMAX, but home TV is catching up and has 3D quite some time ago. Now Rida will do the current and strategic issues, present you the current and strategic issue of the company.
Now I would like to talk about the current strategic issues faced by the Asylum. A movie production business has a high level of uncertainty. Asylum's revenues are unpredictable, and one of the main issues is marketing. Most of the people are unaware what Asylum is, and the B-rated movie industry has reached its saturation point. Due to improved technologies, the cost of production has decreased. And also furthermore, online distribution has reduced the cost, so there are very few barriers to enter the market, hence it leads to the increased competition. Asylum's management team is making an effort to increase awareness by advertising and building its recognition in the market. Another current strategic issue faced by the Asylum is it's facing lawsuits by major companies because of its mockbuster model. Universal Studios has filed a lawsuit for copyrights and advertisement. Warner Brothers obtained a restriction order on the launch of Asylum's movie. Warner Brothers also claimed that Asylum is a free rider of worldwide marketing of movies. US Federal Court delayed the release of Asylum's B-rated movies until the original movie by Warner Brothers was released. Now we will see how the Boston consulting matrix can be applied on Asylum's mockbuster model strategy. A mockbuster model can be categorized as the question marks in the BCG matrix because it shows that the market growth rate for Asylum is high, but the relative share is low. Also, we can apply the suitability, acceptability and feasibility model on Asylum's mockbuster model. It shows that the mockbuster plan was more suitable for Asylum to increase their revenues with reduced costs. With their limited resources, they can increase their profits. There was no trademark for the movie title, so Asylum changed the movie names and they were acceptable in the market. The movies were easily available online and at home video networks. Feasibility. The mockbuster business plan was feasible for Asylum because it generated profits for them. But they also had to face legal issues from their competitors. Now I'd like some recommendations for the Asylum. I think Asylum should have a separate marketing department to promote their movies and increase awareness about them to the public. As most of the people don't know what Asylum is, by having a proper marketing department, they would be able to create awareness amongst the people about their company, about their movies, and this will cause high profits for them. Asylum should also work on advertisement to gain public recognition. Asylum's mockbuster model is classified as question marks in the BCG matrix. So Asylum should reconsider before investing more into this plan. Asylum should also hire casting directors and their employees should have small set of focused responsibilities. So when they will have focused responsibilities, they will work more eagerly and more enthusiastically to promote their business. Also, employees should be properly paid on time to increase their motivation. Asylum should work closely with its distributors such as Netflix, Blockbuster and Amazon to figure out customer trends and to have feedback. To have feedback is really important for companies like Asylum because by having feedback they would be more aware what customers demand from them. Now we can apply the ANSOF metrics on the ASYLUM. According to this, customers always want a new and unique storyline. So ASYLUM should focus on producing new movies with unique storylines in the movie market to increase their shares. Thank you.
Thank you, Rida. That's all we have to say for this presentation. Thank you.